Could have, yeah.
Over the bar. Forward again, forward again. Okay, guys, here! What's the news, Carter? Not to worry, go in here. Yeah. You'll have to, I think you'll start off up here, Jake, and just move back and shoot. That's the first goal.
Anything you want to talk about?
Jake! You okay? Get it? Football, loud. Football. Yeah, Daniel. Football. Jake. Ball. Hey, wait now, hold on. It's not a match ball. Hold on, Michael. Yeah, Dan.
Lads, your subs have to go into the stand. They're just covered with no choice. Just go in and you can sit that side behind your man.
Back towards that. I take into position there.
Sorry lads, but I can't do it for you.
Just sod low.
Daniel White. Out here. That's the Connor.
Right, come on this side, David. Come on this side, David. Come on this side. On the break. Breaking ball. Break.
Walk it on the back.
Okay, Jake. Amen. What? Nobody waiting for the break. Come on. Communication. No jumping, Jake.
Watch the short ball.
Tap your mic. Paul, will you just tap your mic?
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So tell us when we're live if we're not live. Yeah.
Right, Jake.
Oh, we're live. Are we okay?
Don't trip. Okay. Well done, okay, guys. Good work. Well done, Sean. Well done, Jake.
1 2 1 2.
1 2.
Time, watch the break.
Okay, folks. Apologies for the late start. Technical difficulties, but solved. You join us in Markovich Park for the 2020 Under-14 county final between Eastern Harps and Drumcliffe, and I'm going to hand over to Paul there.
We have Marty Murray on the ball, but I think it's
Okay.
after
Jake Chambers got the free now, and Eamon Keane on the ball. Eamon, son of Fergal, who's the selector. Ball is worked into Michael Carroll with the new boots today, new orange boots for the day. Number 10. Okay, so number 9, Ronan O'Connor, put the ball in there. Getting very messy down here. Going for the ball between Darragh Flaherty and
Conor Walsh is after picking it up here for Eastern Harps, and Conor is after clearing his lines, but it's a
back
man
to
around the middle.
Ronan O'Connor and Michael Carroll on the ball again. Takes one hop. No, it's not going to take the shot. Not going to take it on. Left leg over the bar. No, sorry, wide. So as you join us, it's Eastern Harps are up a point. 1 point to no score, and
a free kick from Cian Carty, and Cian is actually in a small bit of bother here at the moment. He's down, getting some attention, and everyone from Eastern Harps will be hoping that he'll be okay. He's a big player for them, but it's a great day here in Markovich Park. I think the wind is probably favouring Eastern Harps, whatever is in it at the moment. It's kind of a crossfield into the town goals corner, and I think it's favouring Eastern Harps more than Drumcliffe at the moment.
Well taken there by I think it's Darragh Flaherty, but no, Ronan. There's Darragh Flaherty actually in the ball there, I think, and there's Mr. Oates. Back again, Daniel Oates on the ball there, the man from Rathburna. He's been pushed out by a good Eastern Harps defence. Ball to Michael. Michael, no shot on there yet. Michael goes for it, and it's a goal. Goal by Michael Carroll for Drumcliffe. The start that Drumcliffe would have wanted, as the last two meetings of these two teams, Eastern Harps have had the upper hand. So I'm sure Grandad Michael in teasing is roaring and shouting at the television at the minute. It's a kick out now for Eastern Harps.
Ryan Duffy to take the kick, left-footed, great kick. And it's made it all the way to Jim Malloy at centre forward. Jim, son of Eamon's, at centre forward. Looking for Killian Duggan at full forward. Killian is out well, won it well. Taking his man on, down to the corner. But actually, Drumcliffe defence have done well and turned it over.
Jake Chambers, who was named a corner forward but is playing as a sweeper, hands it out to, can't see who that is. That's Michael Carroll again, actually, the goal scorer, who puts the ball down here. Here we go. Back to Ronan O'Connor. Back to Eamon O'Mahony actually sent that ball into Daryl Flaherty.
Noah Phillips is out well there for Eastern Harps at full black. Son of Jerry Phillips, Noah, big strong man, another year left at this grade, but he's turned over.
Turned it over, and Daryl Flaherty has the ball back. Eamon O'Mahony, Shane McDonough. Shane McDonough goes, looks up, finds Daryl Flaherty, goes into the corner, but that ball is going to go wide.
Unlucky.
Very, very high tempo to the game at the moment here. It's both teams making a lot of mistakes, but it hasn't really settled in any way yet. And Ryan Duffy here has a kick for Eastern Harps again. As I say, both teams making a lot of mistakes, but definitely two strong teams. I think definitely the two best teams in the county at this grade from what I have seen so far. And Ryan was a big kick out towards Cian Carty, but that one is taken.
Ron O'Connor takes it. Didn't take the mark. Probably should have thought about it. In trouble now.
Marty Murray does very well there for Eastern Harps. Up to Dean Davey. Dean at centre back. Dean is attacking from centre back, looking for Jim Malloy.
And who
but Drumcliffe have turned it over again.
That's that man, Michael Carroll once again. Daniel Oates. Daniel Oates finds Ronan O'Connor. Ronan O'Connor looks up, see what's on. A bit of a nothing ball there, unfortunately. Michael Carroll again to the rescue. Hands it off to Sam Regan. Sam Regan, the tidy cornerback. Hands it to Ronan O'Connor. Here's Daniel Oates. Daniel Oates gathers the ball rather well. He'll solo down that right-hand side. George Gillen sends that ball in again. It's looking dodgy. No.
Ryan Duffy picks it up in there after good defending from there from David Lyons at cornerback. Cian Carty has it in the middle now. That's a great crossfield ball to Liam Higgins. Liam Higgins attacking down the right hand side. He'll be looking for a man inside. He's fumbled the ball, but he still has it down in the corner. That's good defence from Drumcliffe, and a free in for Eastern Harps.
Yeah,
good run by Liam down the wing there, and this is a score that certainly Eastern Harps will need, and maybe it's a score that may settle them.
Yes.
And Cian Carty, yeah, son of Keith.
Son of Keith. Keith, who would have played at county under 16 and minor and up through this grade, and Cian is actually one of the management team here as well this evening. Cian, left footer, out in the corner, takes it left foot, and
good
that's
score.
Another sweet strike, and that's Cian's second free. Good score from Cian Carty.
So I think Oren McNulty now, the Drumcliffe goalkeeper with the red hat, about to take the kick out, and looks like he's going to go along with this one. Looking for options. Jake Chambers looking for it, but he's not going that direction. Coming out here, and ball is spilled.
And Cian Carty is on through the middle, and this is a goal chance for Eastern Harps. Good defending, but yes, Cian is after putting it in the back of the net. A bit of fumbling going on around the middle of the field from the kick out. Cian got on the end of it, went through the middle and sidestepped the keeper, and a good finish into the back of the net with his right foot.
So the current score is Eastern Harps 1 goal and 2 points to Drumcliffe's 1 goal. And Oren McNulty to take another kick out. Winds up, goes down the middle more or less. And
well won by Conor Walsh there, son of Peter, goalkeeper for Sligo. Well won by Conor there in the middle. Great fetch, and he's still going through the middle. That's a super run. But he's after being pulled up for steps. Good defending there from Drumcliffe again.
So Cathal Martin giving the free out now to Drumcliffe. And just Jeremy Dunleavy, the man from Keelty, going to take it. Ball finds. Oh, it didn't just.
And Owen Nerney intercepted it, and great chance for Owen there, but Owen's
white ball there. Drumcliffe relieved at that. Oren McNulty again to take his third kick out in as many minutes, I'd say.
It's actually a great battle here in the first 7, 8 minutes, 10 minutes of this game. There's a great battle going on around the middle with Cian Carty and Conor Walsh.
Yeah, they're very dominant, actually.
Michael Carroll and Ronan O'Connor. It's a huge battle, and the two teams seem to be very well balanced right now at the moment.
Yeah.
Again, breaking ball. Conor Walsh and Jim Malloy scrapping here for Eastern Harps for the breaking ball. And the referee is after giving a free to Eastern Harps. Now Cian Carty stands over this free right around the middle of the field. looking for support. Finds it in Jim Malloy. Jim Malloy back to Cian Carty.
Ball is spilled.
Ball is spilled, but Cian has it again. Surely he'll have a go here from out on the left-hand side, and that's a wide for Cian.
It's a wide, but it's nice to see a young fella going for a score like
Absolutely.
that.
It was a difficult angle for a left footer.
Yeah.
As I say on the stand side here, shooting into the town goals was a difficult angle for a left footer, and he certainly got the distance, but unfortunately this time it went wide. But as we were saying, there's a super battle going on out here in the middle of the field. Two well-balanced teams, even when you look out there, well-balanced strength-wise and everything like that. So this is going to be a good battle for the afternoon by the looks of things.
Yeah, and a second ball found. We don't know where the original ball went to. It's missing in action, but we have a second ball in now anyway. And Warren McNulty to take this kick out. Drumcliffe do seem to be playing with a sweeper, Paul. Jake Chambers, as I say, has moved back there. I can't see any.
He's moved back there, and
Harps playing.
He has been the corner forward, and it looks like Martin McKeown is sitting back there for Eastern Harps as well. So it certainly looks like there's a bit of tactical stuff going on. Jim Malloy winning the break here in the middle of the field. Jim now coming into it a bit more as the game is going on. Son of Eamon and Neil both who played. He's after getting pulled for steps again. Good defending from Drumcliffe.
And Michael Carroll is on the ball here. Looks like he's going to take a quick one. Makes Jake Chambers. Jake, who passed the late fitness test this morning, gives the ball into Eamon Keane. Is that Eamon Keane? Yes, Eamon Keane. There's Michael Carroll again back on the ball. Slowing the game down a small bit, maybe, perhaps. Rowan O'Connor gets it back to Michael. It's the Michael O'Connor, or Rowan O'Connor, Michael Carroll show at the minute. Colin Martin, the referee, wants a free in. And since Michael is in possession, I'd say Michael will take. As the score is poised at 1-2 to Eastern Harps. Drumcliffe, that solitary goal. This score would be great for Drumcliffe just to settle. So, wind up. And that's just gone. Oh, it's gone a good bit left. Oh no, it's still in play.
It's one in there by David Lyons, and David was put under pressure on the way out, and he wins his free.
Back you go.
David, who was played in that position back there for Eastern Harps, up through the ranks, the underage ranks. Liam Higgins now is down the dugout side of the park, coming onto this ball, looking through the middle. Josh McHugh has it here. Josh is doing well. Josh is going through the middle, but Josh again is pulled for steps.
Steps again.
Colin Martin seems to be very, very stringent on that rule there
steps,
today.
Yeah. Jake Chambers with the ball now. He's looking around for options. Goals, but
Conor Walsh has intercepted this down the dugout side, looking for Cian Carty in the middle. Crossfield ball to Cian Carty. Cian to Marty Murray. Marty to Liam Higgins, still playing just across the middle of the park. And Liam has found Conor Walsh, but Liam was a late tackle there on Liam Higgins, and a free in for Eastern Harps, which looks like Cian Carty is going to take again. Conor Walsh leaving the ball down for Cian. Cian certainly will have the distance. Cian taking his time over this one. Again, I think the game has just settled a little bit, Jimmy, here.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The tempo doesn't seem to be as high. And probably, I would say, Eastern Harps maybe getting the upper hand at the moment, and that's a huge kick from Cian Carty, and that's an absolute
fantastic
super score.
Fantastic score from
Cian
Carty.
Cian has certainly brought the shooting boots today, and I think everyone from Eastern Harps was hoping that he would.
I'm sure Lorraine is shouting somewhere, yeah. So Oran McNulty again to kick out, looking for his options, going long, I think, or goes into the middle of the field.
One again by Cian here in the middle, and Cian has gone through the middle again. Killian Duggan now coming on at full forward. Hand pass to Marty Murray. Marty, that's a great move from Eastern Harps, ending up with Owen Nerney. And one just slipped there as he seemed to kick it, but it was a great move.
Yeah, but I think Harps are just getting a foothold there in midfield.
Harps are certainly getting a foothold from the Drumcliffe kick out here.
Yeah, and I think maybe Declan Carroll might have to think about kick out options, but
I suppose it's very difficult when you have two men of the size of Conor Walsh and Cian Carty around the middle of the field for a goalkeeper. especially when he's kicking into probably what is a breeze. That's But
well taken there, well taken by Ronan O'Connor. That's a great take from Ronan O'Connor, and that was Eamon Keane. And Keane moves it on to Eamon O'Mahony, but it didn't go to hand.
Liam Higgins got a good interception in there. Liam back to Conor Walsh. Conor just turns in just to settle things down around the half-back line. Looking for Josh McHugh, has found Joshua, son of Brendan, who played in goals with Eastern Harps, who would have a couple of championship medals with Eastern Harps as well, all the way from Ballinrobe. And it's in the corner here with Sean Hannon. And Sean has a shot, and that's another wide for Eastern Harps. So that's 3 or 4 wides now for Eastern Harps.
And the score, just to remind people at home, is Eastern Harps 1 goal and 3 points. Drumcliffe 1, that solitary goal.
And we have the water break now.
Water break. So Paul, maybe we didn't get a chance to go through to name the teams. So we'll go through, name the teams, go through as they feel it as they start. So in goal for Ross's Point was Oran McNulty. Number 2 was Sam Regan. Full back was Dermot Dunleavy. And in the corner is Finn Campbell, son of our chairman, Shane Campbell. Half back line was Sean McCabe, who's captain, Eamon Keane, whose father's selector, Fergal, and the other half back at number 7 was Daniel Oates. In midfield, the man with the orange boots is Michael Carroll, and the scorer of the goal. The other midfielder is Ronan O'Connor. Number 10 is Jack Draper. I think I might have called him Eamon O'Mahony a couple of times, so apologies there, Jack. Number 11 is Eamon O'Mahony, whose uncle Noel played for Kerry. And on the other wing, number 12 is George Gillen, whose brother Jamie has returned to Drumcliffe this year to play senior, which is great news. Everyone at home is very happy about that. In the corner is Shane McDonough. Full forward is Darragh O'Flaherty, son of Fergal, our senior manager. Fergal, of course, who hails from Bunanadden and was involved in a last-minute goal here a number of years ago against, I forget the opposition. Calera, a great goal. And in the corner then, Jack Chambers, who's 15, but who's actually playing as sweeper. The subs then are Aidan Cunningham, Andrew Ryan, Darragh Crowe, Eamon Keeley, Fionnán O'Mahony, who's brother of Eamon O'Mahony, Ted Keys, Zach Henry and Adam Burgess. And the team managers, heavy hitters, all these team managers, Fergal Keane, Ed O'Mahony, Fergal O'Flaherty and Declan Carroll. And I think I didn't introduce myself either. My name is Jimmy O'Brien and I'm with Drumcliffe.
And I believe Jimmy swung the hurley a few times for Sligo as well, and I know his wife Therese has been physio for years and years for the Sligo senior football team. So I think that's as close as you got to the football team, Jimmy.
We always see I'd be very intimidated being joined by you, Paul, who's 6 senior medals with Eastern Harps and over 100 appearances for Sligo. So
well, for Eastern Harps today, we have in goal Ryan Duffy, 2 David Lyons, 3 Noah Phillips, 4 Martin McKeown, 5 Liam Higgins, son of one of the management team, Ronan Higgins, 16 Davy, 7 Marty Murray, and Jimmy, you would have known Marty's grandfather, the councillor Jerry Murray. Number 8, Keane Carty, son of, as we said, Keith, and Keith has won 3 scored for Eastern Harps at the moment. Conor Walsh at 9, son of Peter and Kathleen. Josh McHugh at 10, Jim Malloy 11, Aaron Healy 12, Sean Hannon 13, Killian Duggan 14 and Owen Nerney 15. And subs today, Daniel Gardner is the sub-keeper, 17 Aaron O'Gara, 18 Matthew Brennan, 19 Robbie Taylor, 20 Alex Lilly, 21 Kieran Connolly, 22 Conor Hannon, 23 Luke McGrath, 24 Michael Cosgrove and 25 Conor O'Dwyer. And we're ready to start again with a Drumcliffe kick-out.
Or McNulty with the kick-out for Drumcliffe. Comes stand side, goes up, but Jack Chambers collects, he does his job. Nice and neat, tries to get out, wins the free. I'm not sure what that was for, but anyway, he has won the free and he's going to take it himself. He should go quick, and Ronan O'Connor is alert. Goes back to Jake. Need to move that ball again, lads. Making little progress here now. We're turned back, and Dermot Dunleavy is on the ball. Dermot Dunleavy looks up again for options. Goes back to Jake. Jake Chambers spreads it again to the open stand side. And there's Ronan O'Connor, very strong on the ball.
Go to your left.
But they need to bring it in. They need to bring it to a scoring opportunity. Number 5 there. Sean McCabe, captain. Michael Carroll dancing around. Takes a shot. That's why. Who's that? That was Jack Draper.
45.
Yeah. Oh, 45.
45. I think Martin Murray got his hand on it for Eastern Harps there.
Everybody picked up.
So it looks
Certainly, Drumcliffe showed good patience on the ball there, working it all the way down the middle through the hand, and a shot at the end. But it was a good touch from Martin Murray.
So number 12 for Drumcliffe, George Gillen. That's the ball. Hard for a young fella to take a 45, but let's see what can come of it. George sizing it up. Nice run up. Low ball in. Might suit you, McDonough.
One inside. Well, there's a scramble inside, but it's finally won by David Lyons, and David is certainly one of the players you like to be around, that breaking ball or that dirty ball in there. Out to Martin Murray now. Conor Walsh in support of Martin Murray on the overlap. A good ball to Jim Malloy at centre forward. Jim just fumbles it there but picks it up again.
And we're back.
But actually we're back with Drumcliffe.
And Ronan O'Connor sends the ball in, and Darrow Flaherty gathers, works it back into Ronan, who continues his run, which is great to see. Fergal Keane now, or not Fergal Keane, Eamon Keane, son of Fergal, takes the ball into contact, should work it out. Ronan O'Connor tries a speculative shot and works it. Very good, great score for Ronan O'Connor, and Drumcliffe needed that just to settle. So the score now is Eastern Harps 1-3, Drumcliffe 1-1. Eastern Harps kick out.
And Ryan Duffy is putting the ball down here. An actual good score from Drumcliffe again. Well worked, held on to the ball, showed a bit of patience until they got the shooter in the right area, and it was a good score from Ronan O'Connor. Ryan now left-footed,
On the break.
straight down the middle.
Don't let him that
Jim
side.
Malloy has come on to this from centre forward, well won. Hand pass to Conor Walsh. Conor in support. Conor into the full forward line towards Owen Nerney. Owen has won the ball. He has picked it up. He's been well marshalled by the Drumcliffe defence, but it's a free in, and this looks like another one in a scoring position for Cian Carty. Cian is jogging in to take this now. Cian will bring this out to the 14, probably halfway between the sideline and the goals. So this should be a score for Cian. You can never take anything for granted, but I still would say, Jimmy, that Eastern Harps are playing with a slight breeze here.
Yeah.
I'd say Drumcliffe would still be happy with the scoreline the way we see it. The breeze, however, is probably blowing into the corner on the town side, but at the same time it would be favouring Eastern Harps a bit more from what I can see. And there's another score from Cian Carty. 1-4 for Cian.
Let's keep it going, Drumcliffe.
It's a great score, Paul, from a young fella to I think we've seen him try to score from both sides now at this stage. So it's great skill.
Pressure
Or McNulty now with the kick out. Comes stand side.
And again it's out towards Cian Carty, and I'd be thinking they'll want to keep what a fetch from Cian there, but actually I think Cian is after it was an attempt at a pass inside, but there was cross wires there, but again a super fetch from Cian. And certainly he has shown well up here today.
Yeah, he's proven a problem there for Drumcliffe.
He's a huge problem for Drumcliffe there around the middle. And again, it looks like the keeper is going to kick it out to the same side.
And
this ball is broke, and it's won by Conor Walsh. Conor to Jim Malloy. Good defence again. Drumcliffe are back in numbers. Jim out to Cian Carty. Cian looking inside to Owen Nerney at 15. Owen with a little hand pass to Marty Murray. Marty attacking. And a great score from Marty, and that's what we're used to seeing from Marty. Good wing back, good attacking wing back with a lovely score with his right foot.
And Eastern Harps are just creeping away now with 4 points. The difference 1-5 to 1-1. No one's going to panic just yet, but they're just adding on scores. They're finding it easier to get.
Just seem to be on top now. Actually, Drumcliffe are finding it difficult from their own kick out to clear the lines. But there's a great fetch.
Well won by Eamon Keane. Works it back again to Ronan O'Connor. Ronan looks for options and gives it away.
Great pressure there from Killian Duggan, and drop to Jim Malloy, and Jim back to Killian Duggan, but Killian is uncharacteristically after putting it wide there.
We'll take that.
Another wide for Eastern Harps.
We'll take that. Drumcliffe under a bit of pressure now, needing to win their own kickouts.
I would make that 5 or 6 wides from Eastern Harps now.
Yeah. Oh, well done.
Well won again.
Well done, Eamon Keane. Good fast ball to Michael Carroll.
Good interception there from Conor Walsh, and it was an important interception because Drumcliffe looked like they had men in space. Dean Davey, Dean to Cian Carty. Cian with a long ball into the corner into Owen Nerney, and Owen is certainly starting to move inside now. Back to Cian Carty, and there's a bit of space in front of Cian. And this is dangerous for Drumcliffe. And again, this attacking half-back, Martin Murray. And that's a super score from Martin Murray.
Great goal.
Super goal. Again, Drumcliffe have been under pressure since the water break. That's a great run again. Great ball from Cian Carty into O'Nerney. Marty coming on back to Cian. Marty coming on the overlap, and that's what Marty does so well.
Yeah,
Marty, as I said, is son of Joan and John Murray. And Joan is actually Marty's first cousin of Jim Malloy there at centre forward. His mother was one of the Malloys as well. So,
or McNulty with another kick out.
And again out to Cian Carty, who fetches it again and takes the mark. And again O'Nerney is on the move inside.
Sam Regan.
Owen was looking for that. Owen was fouled. Owen was fouled and a free in. And it looks like Cian Carty will take this free again. It probably doesn't just fully suit a left-footed player, but it's on the stand side shooting into the town goals. But Cian is going to go for it. He's about maybe 40 metres out, and I think he's just pulled that one a little too far. It didn't go wide. And there's a battle going on with Sean Hannon and the Drumcliffe cornerback, and the Drumcliffe Sean has it won. A good hand pass from Sean to Josh McHugh. Josh McHugh to Jim Malloy. Jim Malloy to Killian Duggan, back to Jim Malloy, but they're still in the corner. Good defending from Drumcliffe. Jim doing well. Great defending from Drumcliffe actually. And Drumcliffe turned it over.
The ball. Michael Carroll and Finn Campbell doing well there, and Eamon Keane to win that ball back, but he's on his own. He needs support.
And again, it's all going on down in that corner. Eastern Harps have a one back, and Marty Murray is now down at that other side of the field. They need to take it out of that corner. They're going back into it again. Jim Malloy, but he's on his own in that corner this time. Jim, and again Marty is on the move. Marty is on the move again. Good defending this time from Drumcliffe. Marty turns on his left foot. And that's a super score. That's a super score from the wing back.
From Eastern Harps to make the score 2 goals and 6 points for Eastern Harps. That's 12 points to Drumcliffe is 1-1.
And that's 1-2 for Marty Bray now from wing back. But he certainly seems to be playing most of the last 10 minutes up in that forward line. Yeah. But Marty, that's what Marty does. Marty will take a chance and Marty will attack, and that's what you want to see. And again, a great fetch from Conor Walsh there. From Conor to Cian Carty. Cian back to Conor Walsh. Conor now going through the middle, and this is dangerous again, and Killian Duggan is on the ball. Oh, Killian hits the outside of the post and it goes wide. Again,
just did enough to put him off. Fair play to him.
Just did enough. Again, a great move from Eastern Harps. Again, well caught in the middle of the field. And it really does look now like Eastern Harps are well on top. They're putting all sorts of pressure on that Drumcliffe defence, and the two boys in the middle certainly are really getting the hold around the middle, Cian and Conor. And I think Drumcliffe will need to get a score. It's 2-6 to 1-1 now at the moment. They
might welcome the half-time break. It surely can't be far away. Well done to Eamon Keane for taking that kick out. A good kick out by Oran McNulty. Daniel Oates, that's the ball in to George Gillen. George back to Daniel. Daniel who
that's a great tackle.
Who doesn't win a free there and keeps going, which is a great sign of any young fella. Get up and go. Number 12, George Gillen, hitting. See to Darrow Flaherty puts his left foot through it. Oh,
off the post, and
that's unlucky.
Off the post, and Martin McKeown is there to gather for Eastern Harps. Looked for Josh McHugh out on the. But it's a sideline ball to Drumcliffe.
Sideline ball to Drumcliffe, and Captain Sean McCabe on the ball. It's about 45 yards out maybe. Goes to Michael Carroll. Easy for any commentator to spot with the orange boots.
Martin!
Ronan O'Connor again. Back to Michael. Michael looks up. What's the options? Goes for his own. It's blocked down.
Great block by Conor Walsh again, and Martin McKeown is after picking it up. Martin is kind of playing a sweeping role due to Jack Chambers sweeping for Drumcliffe from corner forward. Conor Walsh now is on the ball. Eastern Harps looking to get out of defence.
Keep going, George!
Move to Dean Davey, hand pass to Dean Davey. Cian Carty now is on the ball. Cian turns onto his left foot. Looks in the corner again for Owen Nerney. Owen is certainly winning a lot of ball out in this stand side corner. Back to Aaron Healy. Aaron to, again, Marty Murray is up in that forward line in support. Marty turns inside. Killian Duggan. Killian back out to Owen Nerney. Owen looks to Cian Carty. Cian just tipping it on the toe, bouncing it around, looking for that bit of space, and now he's got it. And he's taken them on, but Drumcliffe have done well, but they seem to have him held up. But
they had to
foul on Cian.
They had to foul
Cian isn't looking to go for this one. He lets it back to Conor Walsh. Dean Davey in support, but Conor doesn't look for that. Conor looks for Jim Malloy. Jim has the ball now around the centre forward. Jim turns inside, looks to the corner for Killian Duggan in the corner again. Killian certainly getting on a lot of ball as well. Killian looks for Josh McHugh. Josh McHugh coming in along the end line doing well. Looked like a free there to me, but Drumcliffe have one back.
With it. Dermot Dunleavy wins the ball, gives it to Jake Chambers. Jake, our sweeper, moving up through the lines, brings it out to Jack Draper. Jack sends the ball.
A long ball down, but down to Marty McKeown. Again, this game just seems to have settled a lot. Eastern Harps seem to be finding a bit more space here. Conor Walsh now with the ball in the middle of the field. Looks to the corner to Owen Nerney. Owen out in front again. Good first touch to Jim Malloy. Jim coming in support.
Oh, great block.
Jim looked for a long ball, but a good block down.
Eamon Keane gives away the free there.
Certainly a good battle there with Eamon Keane at centre back for Drumcliffe and Jim Malloy at centre forward for Eastern Harps. A good battle there as well. Jim just back the last few weeks after an injury. Jim to his cousin Marty. Marty again on the attack, as he always is, and Marty takes his man on and away he goes. And that's a super score again from Marty. Super score from play again.
It's just fantastic from a
1-3
half back.
1-3 from Marty Murray. Marty seemed a little subdued in the first 20 minutes, but he certainly, since the water break, has looked to attack on every occasion possible.
So Ormac Nulty now, another kick out. It's going to go stand side, looks like. Eamon Keane.
Killian Duggan.
But Dermot Dunleavy does very well to win the ball back for Drumcliffe. Michael Carr to Eamon Keane. Eamon will try and move this ball quick if he can. Rowan O'Connor back to Michael Carr.
Run it back!
I wouldn't like to see if Michael Carr had a GPS on him what the miles to be up.
Certainly has clocked up some mileage already.
Yeah, Dermot Dunleavy. Dermot Dunleavy gives an awkward enough ball to
It was
George.
a difficult ball, and Marty Murray now has picked it up in defence, up to Killian Duggan. Killian is finding himself out around the middle, playing it full forward, but has come out to Cian Carty. Cian just drops it there, but he has it in his hands again. Good pressure from Drumcliffe there.
George Gillen on the ball. George goes back to Sean McCabe. Sean sees Jack Draper and Jack O'Farrell.
Loose ball there in the middle, picked up by Cian Carty, and now there's a bit of space in front of Cian, and this isn't good for Drumcliffe. Cian with a long hand pass into Owen Nerney. Owen has his man turned. Owen takes one solo. Certainly looked like a free there.
Free in, yeah.
Good work from Owen again there. And again, I suppose Jimmy Drumcliffe kind of gave it away around the middle there again, and it looked to open up for Eastern Harps.
Just a loose ball, and I think the way Eastern Harps are playing at the minute, you can't really afford to do that. You have to be very, very sure that the ball goes to hand.
And to be fair to Drumcliffe, I know that they're under the cosh at the moment, but they're doing everything they can, and they're working so hard there around the middle of the field, and they actually aren't far away and defending well. And again Cian there again with a simple kick for him, and there's the half-time whistle.
So half-time in Markovich Park. The score is Eastern Harps 2 goals and 8 points to Drumcliffe's 1 goal and 1 point. And you'd have to say at this stage that Eastern Harps are thereabouts. Hard to see Drumcliffe catching them. Never know, under 14 football.
No, you don't.
A goal or two can change things, but
you never know it under football. Look, they are in the ascendancy, and again, you know, you've got to feel a little bit for the Drumcliffe lads. Well in it at the water break halfway through the first half. Harps just seemed to raise the game there by 20%, 25% in the last 15-16 minutes, and they've taken their goals, 2 goals as well. So I mean, it certainly looks good for Eastern Harps at the moment, but again, there's a fairly difficult breeze out there. You can see the lads out there. We're here in the stands. You can see the lads out there when they're standing up. There's a good breeze on their backs, and it's certainly not a given at this stage. Yes, Drumcliffe will have to work hard to win the game, but it's certainly not a given at this stage.
No, not a given at this stage. And I don't know, I played a good few hurling matches here. Paul, you played an awful lot of football matches here and managed football teams here. Is the goal towards the town goal easier to score into?
I would have always said it would.
Yeah.
Was. Yeah. I would have said that was the scoring goals. We had this debate with a couple of lads that would have played with me over time we would have had this debate, and some would have said that the dressing room goals are scoring, but I certainly always believe that the town goals
Yeah,
are scoring
I'd agree
goals.
with you.
And certainly when there's a little bit of a breeze coming into it from the stand side, I think, well, I certainly always love that anyway.
I tended to be in the goal trying to stop them, so I always felt the town goal was as you said, the scoring goal. So we'll just have to see what the second half brings, I suppose.
But when you look across, Jimmy, the far side there, look at the flags, the far side, the Drumcliffe flags. That breeze certainly looks to be picking up all the time, and it will favour Drumcliffe in the second half. Now they will need it, but it will favour them.
Yeah.
But look at a goal or two can bring them right back into this, and you never know, they're 10 points down at the moment. But I would have said Eastern Harps were definitely in the last 20 minutes or the last 15-20 minutes have really come into themselves, and they've taken their chances as well. But look, it's only half time.
Well, it's only half time, and as you say, it's not the end of the world. It's not yet shut yet. But what Drumcliffe would have to start well. Back, Rory. Very good. Welcome back to Markbridge Park.
Just getting ready here for the throw-in. Certainly, as I said, it's a good breeze favouring Drumcliffe in this half. As you said, Jimmy, Drumcliffe will be looking for a good start to this half. But I still think, look, the game is very much certainly not over anyway.
Well, you wouldn't be. I suppose you're never happy when you're going out the door with the cup, but.
Cathal Martin throwing in the ball here. Oh, well taken by Cian Carty again. And now Cian is going on the attack, and this is what Drumcliffe don't want. Bit of space in front of him. Good hand pass inside to Killian Duggan. What a score. Another goal.
Great goal.
Goal for Eastern Harps. Killian Duggan, good finish again, but again...
A small bit reminiscent of the Dublin-Kerry final a couple of years ago, straight through.
Again, Cian winning that ball in the middle there, and a bit of space opened up in front of him, took it on, hand pass into Killian Duggan, and a great finish from Killian.
Yeah.
The Drumcliffe keeper, he got his hand to it, but it was too powerful. And there's from the kick out, Jim Malloy now on the ball. Jim looking for the hand pass to Conor Walsh. Josh McHugh. And Josh is pulled there for over-carrying.
Jake Chambers going to take the ball, take the free, looking at options. And Eamon Keane takes the ball and kicks it down the open stand side.
Just overhit there from Ian, and a sideline ball to Eastern Harps. Over on the dugout side, Marty Murray with the ball in his hand. Conor in loads of space, Conor Walsh. Conor looking to move the ball forward. Lovely ball to Sean Hannon. Sean to Cian Carty now coming through the middle, and certainly Eastern Harps have started this second half. They've seemed to move it up another notch. Yeah. There's Marty Murray again. Marty stuck in that forward line. That's a super score from Marty again.
So
another great score from Marty Murray, and I have to say, Marty Murray and Cian Carty really brought their scoring boots with them today. That's 1-4 for Marty from play now from wing back, and
it makes the score 3-9 to Eastern Harps from 1-1. Drumcliffe still to score in this half.
He's available. Marty's available all the time there. Moving forward, back now in his position at wing back, and the kick out, and that drops to Aaron Healy of Eastern Harps. Aaron to Killian Duggan, Killian to Sean Hannon. Sean looking at the goals. Sean having a go, but Sean kicking this one wide. Certainly worth a pop at goals there. Just didn't work out for Sean that time.
So Oren McNulty places the ball for the kick out. It's starting to get to be essential now that Drumcliffe start winning the ball in the middle of the field, and especially from their own kickouts.
And just as we speak
Just
here.
as we speak.
Well,
Eamon Keane is battling there. Ball
Jim
back to
Malloy
Sharp,
winning
so.
the ball back, and Jim again to his cousin Marty, and again Marty looking to attack at every opportunity to Cian Carty. Conor Walsh. Conor now with a bit of space in front of him as well, coming through the middle. Conor with a hand pass to Sean Hannon, well won by Sean, turned out of trouble. And just, it's starting to rain here in Markievicz Park.
Yeah, would you believe it?
Everyone is flooding over from the far side where the sun was shining back to the stand side.
Sam Regan collects the ball, and Michael Carroll deep in his own defence. Brings it into Eamon Keane. Eamon Keane takes a solo. He sees Ronan O'Connor, who is going straight down the middle of the park, looking for options. Hits Darrow Flaherty. Doesn't go to hand, but has it back to Ronan. Ronan, I think, was kind of half blocked there, but the ball peters out over the end line, and it will be a kick out to
Ronan just maybe snapped at that one.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a bit of space in front of him there to keep carrying the ball. He maybe snapped it a bit, and now Ryan Duffy has a kick out for Eastern Harps. And it would look to me at this stage like Drumcliffe it want to be trying to turn over Eastern Harps kick out and keep the ball down this side of the field. The score now 3-9 Eastern Harps, 1-1 to Drumcliffe. Ryan with the kick again out towards Cian Carty. Up goes Cian, and a great fetch again.
mighty take from Cian Carty.
Cian with a great left-footed pass to Conor Walsh. Conor with Jim in support, but Conor just overhit the pass, but it's come to Liam Higgins. Liam Higgins now has the ball. Conor hand pass it to Conor Walsh. Liam Higgins again. Conor Walsh again, and Jim Malloy now in a bit of space on the stand side. Jim looking inside for Owen Nerney. Well won by Owen inside. Owen turns and has a look at the goals, and on this occasion Owen has hit it wide.
So another kick out for Drumcliffe.
Again, it was certainly worth an effort. The shot was on. It just didn't work out for Owen on this occasion.
Oren McNulty again with a kick out for Drumcliffe. The rain, I think, has stopped again, Paul. I think.
I don't know, Jimmy, but I know I'm glad to be in here under a bit of cover. At the start of the game, I was wondering, would we be better over the other side, but I don't think so now at this stage. And here's Marty Murray going through the middle again. Marty looking to attack at every opportunity. This time he kicked the ball out to Killian Duggan, and Killian Duggan had a shot with his left foot and wide.
Marty!
So
Over the bar!
And I would say I see Keith Carty shouting in at Marty to have a pop himself. He probably was in a better position to have a go himself, but he offloaded Killian, and Killian certainly entitled to have a go. A shot at goals, but went wide.
I'm just trying to work out. Drumcliffe have made a change because I see Sam Regan. It looks like Sam here on the sideline near me, who's down fixing a boot. So it looks like Drumcliffe have made a change. I'll try and get to that change in a minute. We followed the play. The ball gone down, but the
David Lyons well out in front. Good work from Drumcliffe.
Shane McDonough putting under pressure, putting the Eastern Harps players under pressure, but gives away the free.
Free kick to Eastern Harps. Liam Higgins standing over the ball.
Come on, Shane, we have to be alert for those.
From my vantage point, just to make sure, it looks like Aidan Cunningham is in a cornerback for
Liam, a short ball to Marty Murray. Again available. Marty available. Marty with a good ball to Josh McHugh. Josh well out in the half forward. Liam Higgins attacking now from wing back as well. Liam just had to turn back. Cian Carty coming through the middle. Looked like a good tackle to me there, but Cian won the ball back, and again Marty Murray. Marty with a loose ball with his left foot
Sean
there. And
McCabe
one back
wins
from
that ball, and
give it back again.
Yeah.
Give it back to Eastern Harps from Marty Murray. Marty looks for Sean Hannon. Sean in the corner. Looks outside again for Marty Murray. Marty will certainly look to work this ball around. Great crossfield ball to Conor Walsh. Conor Walsh now with a bit of space in front of him. Drumcliffe boys close him down. Across the field to Aaron Healy. Aaron into Jim Malloy. Jim back out to Conor. Conor looks for Cian. Cian has certainly looked like he was shaping to have a shot, but back to Conor Walsh, and Conor with a good ball across to Sean Hannon again. Sean playing very well in this corner again.
Finn Campbell does well.
But Liam Higgins there to pick up the pieces.
Get out of there! Keep the ball! Keep the ball!
Eastern Harps, Conor Walsh with a great run, making a bit of space for himself there through the middle. Offloads to Josh McHugh. And Josh with a right foot
great
kick
score.
over the bar. Great score again. Good patience shown
Very
by
patient.
Eastern Harps there to work the ball into a scoring position and popping it over the bar.
And Robbie Taylor is on for Eastern Harps.
It looks like Robbie is going
son
on
of the
for-
great Paul Taylor, commentator here. He's coming on for, I'll do this one, Paul. He's coming on for number 13, Sean Hand. So it looks like Robbie's going in corner forward on Finn Campbell. So I've seen Robbie a couple of times, and I'd say Finn will have his hands full. And Drumcliffe have the ball back. Eamon Keane takes the ball, going up the middle. Looking for options. George Gillen takes it on. Goes straight through the middle now. Oh, this ball needed to go to hand, but it just didn't. Yeah.
Picked up by Noah Phillips. Well, there's a scrap on in there, but Noah Phillips back to his keeper, Ryan Duffy. Ryan Duffy with a left-footed kick pass out to Aaron Healy. Aaron playing at wing forward. Aaron hand pass to Marty McKeown. Marty to Jim Malloy, who's available. David Lyons is coming thundering through the middle, and so is Dean Davey from centre back. Dean now with the ball back to Jim. Put him into a bit of trouble, but Jim has got out of trouble. Back to Aaron Healy. Aaron to Dean Davey, and Keane coming through the middle again. Keane with a bit of speed built up, kicks it into the corner. Well won. Oh, Keane Carty again coming through the middle to Killian Duggan. Oh, trouble. And a goal for Killian Duggan. Another goal for Killian Duggan, but again a great move. Great pace injected into the game by the boys coming through the middle, and Killian Duggan found himself inside. I don't think there was much the Drumcliffe defence could have done about that.
I don't think so. I think superb move by Eastern Harps. Pace and power. Very hard to counteract when things are going bad for you.
Josh McHugh was after winning this kick out. Fouled. Josh puts it inside. Killian Duggan again on the ball inside. And again, Killian having a good game. Jim Malloy. Jim on the ball. A good save from the
stop
keeper.
by Aaron McNulty. Fair play to him. Gets the ball, comes back out. Finn Campbell works the ball, is battled up, wins the free. So, Michael Carroll with the ball. He's going to take a quick free. Rowan O'Connor bounces the ball, doesn't come straight back up for him, but wins it back, and unfortunately gives it away.
Give it to Conor Walsh. Conor to Cian Carty. Cian turns inside, looks out the far side. Again, who's coming the far side? Only Marty Murray. Always available. Ever ready. Marty across the field to Conor Walsh. Liam Higgins coming at pace. Liam on the ball now. Liam back to Conor. Back to Liam. Liam looks inside. Josh McHugh is inside. And Liam Higgins. Liam looks up. Has a go. Well taken by the keeper.
But that was just on my mind, and I suppose as a former goalkeeper myself, and we have a goalkeepers union, or McNulty's after making two good saves there. After, he's having a difficult afternoon, and it's not all his fault, obviously, but it's great to see, the goalkeeper making two stops, one after the other.
Absolutely.
Do his confidence no end of good.
Absolutely.
Ball comes back up. Michael Carroll on the ball, and it just spills away from
Taken by
him.
Dean Davey. Dean slips, but back to his feet again. Marty is there again, but Marty is after letting this one through his hands, but we'll forgive him on this occasion for all the good work he's done.
Darragh Flaherty puts his foot through that
ball in. Well taken by Ryan Duffy. Taken in the chest by Ryan Duffy, and he finds Conor Walsh in a bit of space. And certainly it seems to be opening up a little bit for both teams. There's certainly more space than there was out there, but they were never going to be able to keep the momentum in the game and the pace that they were showing in the first 5-10 minutes. Free kick here to Eastern Harps, just on their own 65-metre line. Cian Carty with the ball in his hand. Cian finds Conor Walsh in space.
Push on up, Josh, push on up.
Conor looks up.
Well on, Finn.
Well won by Finn Campbell.
Back well out there.
As well. Takes the ball, runs up the field.
Back, that's it.
Cuts back in.
Well done, brilliant.
Eamon O'Mahony looks up. Ball into Darragh Flaherty, just doesn't go.
Martin McKeown
Overcooked.
there, sweeping in a good position. Certainly has taken up some good positions this afternoon as well. To Dean Davey, Dean to Marty Murray again.
Just cover the mid.
Marty back to Dean. Dean back to Marty. And Eastern Harps just playing a bit of keep ball out around the middle there. Conor Walsh now on the ball for Eastern Harps. Looks up. Nothing available. Marty available again out that far side. And certainly Drumcliffe looked to be sucked back a little bit into defence at the moment.
I suppose
And that probably just is. But it's a good interception there.
I think the ball's gone wide. We just noticed one change there for Drumcliffe. Shane McDonald's gone off, and Zach Henry son of Des, former great goalkeeper, is on. So Zach, which would be surprising he didn't start, but hopefully Zach might do a job for us up there.
And I see Alex Lilly coming on for Aaron O'Gara as well. We have Jim Malloy now and Keane Carty coming in from the dugout side. Well tackled. Drumcliffe on the ball.
Eamon Keel on the ball. Eamon Keel take a second solo, breaks the tackle, which is good. He's steaming down the middle here now. Great energy in Eamon. Sees Jack Draper. Jack Draper gives it back to Eamon. Looks up. And it's Eamon O'Mahony. That's the nephew of Noel O'Mahony, former Kerry footballer. That just goes short. Eastern Harps goalkeeper
Ryan Duffy. Ryan turns inside. David Lyons looks to be available.
Zach Henry putting him under pressure, which is always good to see.
Ryan with a left footed, lucky to make it to David Lyons. David to Marty Murray. Marty turns back inside now, and plenty of players available behind him. Conor Walsh there back in the full back line to Martin McEwen. Martin looking up with a good ball to Liam Higgins. Liam's on his way up the stand side again. Good footwork from Liam
Great
there
feet
to find a bit of space for himself. Finds Josh McHugh. Josh with a stray ball towards our Owen Nerney, but it looks like Owen Nerney is going to win that. Out on the dugout side, Owen turns inside, coming in through the middle, doing very well. Jim Malloy looking through the middle, but it's a little bit scrappy in there around Drumcliffe's 45, but Eastern Harps have it again with Killian Duggan. Killian looking for Marty Murray. A little bit scrappy, as I said, and Drumcliffe won it back, gave it back again. Keane Carty now on the ball in the middle of the field for Eastern Harps, and certainly the lads around the middle are looking to take the sting out of it. They're keeping the ball, but overcarried from Marty there.
Who's looking? Look for it, Jake.
Daniel Oates has the ball. He'll look to take this quick. Jake has made a run, gathers the ball in the middle of the field, goes round, puts the ball into Darragh Flaherty, doesn't go to hand. A suspect push in the back there, but the referee
Noah
knows
Phillips
best.
has it at full back. I actually didn't see it. That's not been funny. David Lyons coming up the sideline out to Alex Lilly. Alex turns inside to Conor Walsh. Certainly Conor All was available here as well, and Conor will not waste any ball. Marty Murray. Marty looking across to his centre back Dean Davey.
Where's the position, George?
Dean looking for Liam Higgins here on the stand side. Liam again, as always, looking to move that ball forward in space. Still on the ball. Back to Keane Carty. Keane just at the middle of the field.
Great
Keane with
ball.
a lovely ball. Down into Owen Nerney. Owen looks like this should be a shooting opportunity, but Owen has kept going. Looks for Killian Duggan again. Great
Good
save
stop
again.
by Owen. Hard luck. Owen did everything he could. Stopped the first ball, but just didn't go right for him.
He absolutely did, and again another goal from Killian Duggan, and that's a hat-trick from Killian Duggan for Eastern Harps at full forward.
So that makes the score, Paul, 5 goals and 10 points for Eastern Harps, 1 goal and 1 point for Drumcliffe, which is Drumcliffe now haven't scored in the second half, and it'd be great just to get a score, just to lift and take the bad look off it, I suppose, at this stage. Ronan O'Connor looks up, crossfield ball. George Gillen gathers, but it just doesn't go to hand again.
Marty Murray is back there, and Liam Higgins picks it up again, and again Liam to go and look for space. Great feet again from Liam, and he's still on the ball.
Does Liam do Irish dancing, Paul?
Jinking in and out, and Josh McHugh now looks to be in a bit of space. Josh going down the line, well tackled, looked to be in a bit of space, and the referee's pulled him for overcarrying.
Ball goes cross field to Daniel Oates. Daniel looks up, puts the head down, and we look to put on the afterburners now to see if he can get past. Going up the far side, works it to Michael Carroll. Michael Carroll tackled heavy there, but gathers the ball back, turns around and feeds the ball in.
And again, Conor Walsh is just there sitting in the right position, and it's Drumcliffe just finding it difficult.
Well done,
at
Jake.
the moment.
Jake just cute enough, gathers the ball, goes up.
Well done.
Is running into the corner here now. Needs to look up and spray the ball across. Well done. Yeah, there's Daniel Oates. Daniel Oates moves it to Michael Carr. Michael Carr looks up. He's not going to get much quarter here from the Eastern Harps backs. Works it back into Eamon O'Mahony. Eamon O'Mahony puts the head down, puts his foot through it, and goes wide, unfortunately.
Unfortunate for Drumcliffe there, but I have to say, for a team that's I suppose leading the way they're leading. Eastern Harps are still working very, very hard out there in defence, and now we have the second water break.
Yeah, I suppose.
I suppose, Jimmy, it's difficult for the Drumcliffe lads now and for the management. And to be fair to them, they haven't performed badly out there.
No, but
in any way, but they've just
handling errors is probably the biggest issue, and we're not going to focus on any particular player, but Eastern Harps are just better at keeping the ball and retaining the ball and working the ball up the field. It's very interesting. You said, I don't know which player it was, number 5, I think, with the good feet.
Yeah.
As I say, I made a comment about him being a good Irish dancer, but it was very noticeable that he could ship 3 or 4 tackles there, still keep possession of the ball, and that's probably something Drumcliffe aren't doing.
To be fair to Drumcliffe, this is a bunch of lads here that I suppose the Eastern Harps club are excited about.
Yeah.
And they seem to have come along at the one time, and I don't want to put the kibosh, or that's a word my father would say on them, or anything like that. This game certainly looks to be won at this stage, but they're an exciting bunch of players, these lads. We've played a lot of challenge games with them,
and a physically big team,
physically big, and good players around the middle third, and very interested, come from very interested families as well, and as I said, the club is fairly excited about this bunch of lads for such a good side that have won probably everything up to this date. They train hard, they work hard, they do everything right. And I'm certainly sure Drumcliffe do as well, and there's a lot of great footballers out there as well. Great footballers out there as well. But it's just difficult for them today. This is a right good bunch of players on this team, and I make no apologies for saying it.
What's covered to me actually is that I suppose you have to nearly concede at this stage, like the Harps are going to do it, but and the old adage would have been, there's always next year, but the good thing about this year is next year's here already, and this is, what I mean. So it's an unusual year that this year's here already, so next year's here already. So the lads will be disappointed at this, and they are a better team than that scoreline would suggest. But it's as I say, I would often say to a team that I would be looking after, you're not above in the Cancer Ward, above in Sligo General Hospital, you're not above in Crumlin, you've lost a football match, don't be worrying about it. We'll go again. There's always next year, and next year is here.
And I've seen that Drumcliffe team from the age of 8. I've been to all the games to see all these lads playing, because Robbie's involved in this too, and they have improved with every game I've seen them playing, and again, they're improving from year to year. The boys will keep going. There's good physicality there, a good strong side, but again, to just coming up against a good side here, a good Eastern Harps side, a really good Eastern Harps side with good numbers, and Eastern Harps can probably make 4 or 5, 6 changes there and still be strong.
Yeah. We won't start calling them the Dubs, will we? The way they're winning matches at the minute. But you look, it's
and again, you never know. These lads are, I know it's an under 14 final, they're all 15 now, but you don't know. It's very important for both teams here today. Now there's a very important few years ahead of them with Gaelic football, because this is the time now where you see players falling off. I wouldn't like to see that from either side. There's great players on both teams out there, and it's certainly very exciting if both Drumcliffe and Eastern Harps can hold them for the future, and Sligo can hold them for the future. I think it's very important.
And that's the challenge for every club, not just the two clubs that are here. Every club is the challenge to keep on to their 14, 15, 16-year-old boys and girls. That seems to be the age that.
Absolutely. And now we have a change in goals for Eastern Harps. Daniel Gardner, who was injured over the last while, and again Conor Walsh well up there. Ball on the ground, won by Drumcliffe.
Drumcliffe went it back, and Eamon O'Mahony sends it in. Jack Draper struggling to get the ball. Derek Crowe has come on. I just see him, number 19.
Liam Higgins on the ball here. Liam, Harps have a good few changes made. Daniel Gardner has come on and goes. Martin Murray on the ball here.
Derek Crowe.
And we have Matthew Brennan.
To win the
Matthew's
ball.
On for Eastern Harps
Crowe's
as well.
first touch of the ball. Well done, Dara. And he brings it to Zach Henry. Zach works it in. Dara O'Flaherty.
Good work there from Noah.
It's hard to know whose ball that is. Colin Martin, the referee, is giving it a Drumcliffe ball. Jake Chamber looks up. He sees Eamon Keane, who gathers the ball. Eamon Keane bounces. tries to shift the tackle.
Certainly
but
looked like he was fouled.
yeah, so be nice free here now. Will suit. Is it Jake? Jake is going to take it. Thought Michael Carroll might actually take it, but Jake is going to have a go at this. So Jake steals a few feet there. Puts the ball over the bar.
Good score.
Fair play to you. Jake Chambers from the Castleton Road. His brother Ross on the Sligo minor team at the minute.
Nice right foot kick there. Certainly has played well as well today. Has played well on that roll back there. He's just been under a lot of pressure.
Yeah. And it's good to make the score now. Eastern Harps 5-10, Drumcliffe 1-2.
I see Matthew Brennan on the full back line for Eastern Harps. Aaron Healy on there. And Daniel Gardner with the kick out there, broken by Josh McHugh to Cian Carty, and now Killian Duggan, who seems to be playing at centre forward now. Onto it. A loose ball, but it has made its way back to Josh McHugh. Josh been well marshalled. I see Marty Murray available in the middle again, but Josh has come under pressure. Marty has looked to be won back by Drumcliffe and certainly looked to be a free out, yes.
Free out to Drumcliffe. Ronan O'Connor finds Jake Chambers again. Jake on the ball, bringing him through the midfield. He's going to keep going. He's looking up, trying to get for options. He sees Zach Henry. Zach takes well. Zach gives to Dara Crow. Dara, who was
fouled.
Dara has actually done quite well since he came in. Won a couple of balls there, as has Zach Henry. So Drumcliffe will be happy enough with that. Michael Carroll is going to take this one. He's Jake Chambers and him had a discussion, but Michael's going to take this one. So a little bit further out than Jake's one of a few minutes ago. So Michael getting rid of the gloves.
Taking off the gloves.
His father will be quite happy with that because Declan has no time for gloves. As anyone who knows Declan Carroll will know. So Michael puts his foot through it, and this is no.
He had the distance.
He had the distance just. So Michael dispenses the gloves.
Nice young player as well.
Oh yeah,
has played well here today.
And a great hurler as well on top of it. So an all-round sportsman.
Again, there's 4 players playing around the middle of the field there, you know, with a bit of size. It looks to be a lot of football in them, and you know, that you'd be hopeful that they'll stay out for the future.
Oh yeah, but I think in Michael Carroll's case, he'll have no choice. His grandfather Michael, who's probably listening, and with his father Declan.
The 2 bucks that are there for Eastern Harps will have no choice either. Peter Walsh and Keith Carty gets at them.
No,
Daniel looked to be. Well, I didn't think he was doing much wrong.
What was wrong there now?
Cahill is giving a hot ball.
A little bit of charity perhaps, and we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cahill has happened the ball here. Cian Carty and Michael Carroll. Cian breaks it.
And that's Eamon O'Mahony. He just gets it to Jake Chambers. Jake, if he can turn, put his foot. No, Michael's going to work it back out. Michael's going to go on the left foot, and just no harm to have a go. But at this stage, anyway, no harm to have a go at all.
Under a lot of pressure again. You know, again from the Harps lads, under a lot of pressure there. And the Eastern Harps are reeling in the changes.
Yeah, 22.
Owen
Conor
Nerney,
Hannon.
Luke McGrath's coming on. Conor Hannon is coming on. Owen Nerney coming off. Owen, who has had a good game today. Kieran Connolly is also coming on.
Yeah, Andrew Ryan from Drumcliffe's gone in. A cornerback finished. Campbell's going to make way for him. And Andrew, who played under 12 on a team I managed, actually was a very good cornerback.
This is a good spell for Drumcliffe since the water break here.
Well, I said the shape has gone out of it for Eastern Harps with the amount of changes they're after bringing in.
But it still did, you know, as I said, they can still make 5 or 6 changes and still be strong.
Yeah.
The ball fumble there.
Jack Draper's trying to get it.
Scrappy. The boys, they're bound to be tired.
Yeah.
Big pitch. Cian Carty's coming out with it there, and again, Cian can be very proud of his performance today. Super performance.
I think if it was a Sunday game, he'd be getting the man of the match. He'd be up.
Himself and Marty Murray have.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not going to put Paul Taylor in territory that he might lose votes now or anything like that.
Oh, the good strike there from.
But I'll say it if Paul says. I think Cian Carty definitely for me is man of the match for this final.
And again, a lot of good performances out there today. Of course. It's great to see it. What does it look like here? It looks like
45.
45 for Drumcliffe. And again, the game, as you say, Jimmy, has slowed down quite a bit at the moment.
And just kind of the shape and the structure has gone out of it.
Yeah.
And we're kind of gone back to just a normal, whatever normal football is at this stage, with 15 against 15. Who's going taking this run? O'Connor's taking this. So Ronan puts his foot through it, gathered by Eamon O'Mahony, or Eamon Keane, I should say. And
good score
Eamon
again.
puts it over. Good score from a centre back, which makes the score Eastern Harps 5-10. Drumcliffe 1 goal and 3 points. And I see Aidan Cunningham, is it Aidan or Finn? No, it's Finn Cunningham warming up here, and Eamon Keeley warming up here on the Drumcliffe bench.
Daniel Gardner with the kick. Gone down the middle again. Scrappy there. Won by Alex Lilly. Alex to Liam Higgins. Liam again. Looks to be in a bit of trouble. Turned out. Sloppy hand pass down Dara Fahian now.
Carl will go straight for goal, we would think. And great. Fantastic goal from the left foot of Michael Carl. Came from an Eastern Harps mistake, it has to be said, but
a good finish. Great finish. Great left-footed finish. Great left-footed finish with great power. Daniel Gardner in the goals got his hand to it, but there was great power and a great finish. And no more than Drumcliffe deserve in the last 7 or 8 minutes.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's good to see the goal going in anyway. That new goalkeeper has a great kick out, Paul.
He has. Kick out, and again, Keane there catching in the middle. Look for the mark, but wasn't given. Up to Killian Duggan. Killian now with a couple of options through the middle. Martin Murray to Conor Walsh. Conor with a bit of space here in front of him. Still going. Conor with the shot and Conor with the score. Good score from Conor Walsh.
Hi, Carl, down you go.
Great score from Eastern Harps.
Good score. A bit of space opening up there for Conor, and he took it on and put it over the bar.
And I hear the rain on the top of the roof, but I don't see it on the pitch.
We're all right, Jimmy. We're under the roof.
We're under the roof.
And again, when you look out there today, like for an under 14 final, I know these lads are 15 now. Like there's been great score taking, and it's great to see it from this age
Flaherty
group.
gathers the ball from Eamon Keane, and
Dean Davey has won it back there.
I don't know how he did that,
what happened. Killian Duggan in a bit of space over the far side now, starting to go through the middle. Definitely a good bit of space on. Looked inside, taken by Robbie Taylor. Robbie with a shot. A goal from Robbie in the corner. Well taken. Great ball. Well taken and a score.
Robbie Taylor gets a great score. Very, very, very much like he's as to say, he's old fella who was well able to take a score himself. I wouldn't like to know. I need Austin O'Callaghan here to know what the stat is, what Paul Taylor scored for Sligo. But that was a very, very well taken goal by Robbie. I'm sure he'd be delighted with that.
There could be a stat on all I missed as well. Carty is smiling.
Carty is smiling. No, why would
he's smiling now? He wasn't smiling. Great catch again from Keane in the middle of the field, looking for Conor. There's certainly been an exhibition of fielding around the middle of the field from some of the lads. And again, who is it? Only Marty Murray. Marty gone through the middle, look for Josh McHugh. Josh with a crossfield ball to Liam Higgins. Now Liam appearing on the other side of the field.
A wide ball.
Liam had a pop at that, and a score.
Characteristically for Liam.
Yeah, a score would be no more than Liam would deserve, but on this occasion it's wide.
Eamon Keeley, right up.
So, kick out, trouble getting the football back. Now we have one. Actually, one thing I hadn't noticed was Oren McNulty has been replaced by. Trying to work out who actually that is. Good kick out. Is it?
Keane look for it there in the middle, and again, if Keane doesn't win it, Conor will. And Marty Murray on the ball again. No, Marty took a few more steps. I think Cahill is definitely counting Marty's steps.
I think so, yeah. He's been penalised a few times. Michael Carr wins the ball back. Eamon Keane bounces.
Good hand from Conor Walsh. He was unlucky. And now Conor is in a bit of space again, and Conor looks like a man that it'd run for the evening. Josh McHugh coming onto it again at pace. Good feet from Josh. Nice sidestep there, and he's still going through the middle. And he looks for Robbie. Robbie has the ball.
That's wide. And
Robbie's after putting it wide. Great chance there.
I think that's Adam Burgess actually that went in for Oren McNulty in goal. Adam would have played in goal under 12, and a lot of these lads are after getting very tall when they went into Summerhill, so it's hard to know, hard to see at this distance. Ball goes to hand. Eamon O'Mahony with the ball. Eamon, of course, is a very good soccer player. Eamon turns back, see who it is. Darren Dunleavy shouting for the ball. Darren will go route one, I'd say, if he can get away with it. Back to Daniel Oates. Daniel swings his leg at it. Why not? That's okay.
He was entitled to have a go.
Absolutely.
Definitely with the breeze on his back.
Yeah.
There didn't seem to be too many options for him either. But again, a wide ball from Drumcliffe and Daniel Gardner coming out with it here. And again, I think we've seen some great football today. We've seen great fielding, great scores, lovely movement with the ball as well. Some great kick passing too, which is great to see from young fellas here. Certainly looked like a push in the back there.
But it was. I think Cahill might be just being charitable. But we were lucky to get away with that one. We won't name the player. But
again, though, you have to credit Drumcliffe. Drumcliffe have kept going at this.
They could have thrown the towel in and they didn't. And you'd have to be very proud of the boys for that. Goes back to, who's that? That's Fiona Manning, who actually is after coming on.
Liam Higgins. Liam looking inside. Kieran Connolly has the ball.
Don't turn back, just take on the shot.
Kieran looks for Josh McHugh. Josh, who had kept running down through the middle now. Josh turns out to Martin Murray. Martin, he was going to have a go with the left.
Very good.
Turn back onto right. And another score from
His
Martin.
right foot is probably his preferred foot, and
he's right-footed. That's 1-4 or 1-5 from Marty today from wing back, and certainly has been involved in everything good that Harps have been doing.
He's the player you'd like to have yourself, attacking wing back, nothing like it. Gives you so many options and great feet. And
He's
great
certainly looking to go forward at every opportunity.
every chance he took it to go forward. Sign of a great footballer.
Again, Conor Walsh breaks to Cian Carty. Cian certainly looks to be cramping up there in the middle of the field, but Harps are still on the attack. Kieran Connolly to Josh McHugh. Josh looking for the scoring opportunity. And Conor Hannon there having a go, and that's the full-time whistle. And again, look at a tough afternoon for Drumcliffe there, but as we said, they can be very proud of what they've done. They've kept going there, kept going to the very, very end.
And kept going in a clean way. They didn't bring it down.
Absolutely.
You'd have to be very proud, and that would be Declan Fergal's way of thinking anyway.
But as I said, this is a good group of lads. Do we know where they're going to go with Eastern Harps? No, we don't. But they're certainly a good group of lads now, and they're working hard, and that's all we can ask them to do.
Some of them wouldn't be out of place on a much older team.
Absolutely not.
You look at King Carty there and Walsh in midfield, and if they were talking over the seniors, you nearly wouldn't question it. The height of them.
And again, the lads that there, I'm sure, no more than Drumcliffe management, like Ross Donovan, Keith Carty, Sean Dorian, Ron Higgins. They don't let them get carried away with themselves. No. They keep them grounded. I know they certainly had them well up for this game. There was probably a bit of nerves around there at the start, but look, they were probably the best team on the day by quite considerable amount. But that's the team they are.
The great thing about football, the great thing about sport, is we have another chance on Wednesday night when Eastern Harps come to Oxfield in the under-12 county semi-final, and a new page and a new start that evening, and that's the great thing about sport. You're going to, I think Christy Ring, my fellow countryman, says you learn a lot more when you lose than when you win. It's hard, definitely, but if you can learn, you take some value away from it. And
absolutely. And I see the Drumcliffe lads here, they're disappointed, and of course they're disappointed. It's a county final, but it's a great achievement to get there. It's a great achievement to get to that county final, and if they keep working hard, their day will come as well. And as I said, there's a lot of good players out there on both sides, and let's hope for Sligo that they keep playing football.
Now, I'm just looking at our producer, Mr. Rory O'Brien, whether we'll go to a presentation, Rory. Yeah, we're going to go to presentation. So I'm just going to say thanks to Paul Taylor from Eastern Harps for helping me with commentary.
And thank you, Jimmy. And as always, Jimmy, well organised. And thanks to Rory.
Thanks to Rory. Well. So we'll say goodbye. And as everyone, we're looking forward to hosting Eastern Harps in Oxfield on Wednesday night in the county under-12 semi-final, where we might get a bit of revenge, or we may not either.
Well done.
Nice.
It's a tough way to start the season.
Sit down there.
We
want to keep away from there.
It's a tough way to start the season.
Further, we just walk. Heads up, boys, heads up. Pre-season friendly is on this. Don't worry about it. Only the start of the season.
I clear man to man.
Okay, thank you.
Fair play, lads.
Okay, lads. Home there. Home there.
Oh yeah.
Can you see, Mark? Did you get a ball? Yeah, I did, but else I'd have to put it back. So it's our clubs. There, yeah. So it's derp. Since it says derp on, I have to get it back. No, it says 40. They're under 50.
How'd it go?
Bring quick there now.
Yeah, pass it. Give them a little spit. Yeah, right.
Then you would. Jeez, I'm taking everything from you, Duncan. I know. Pitching wide. It's like under the weather. Yeah, ball.
That's not playing on this pitch. Is that fine?
Oh, show! Just tell me to set it. Here, call him.
I'm going to see the red.
Oh yeah, one more point.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the red.
Here, call him.
Call him. Did you put the ball back on him, you little thief?
Yeah, ball. Hey, look, I'll actually contest this.
Yeah,
Ball. Why don't I do this?
Are they going to do a trophy presentation?
Stick Eamon in full back. I'm taking the ball. No, stick Eamon in full back.
Yeah, I know. I have no offense to you. Just make it up.
Keep sending it like the come back. Could you hear me? When you're saying, like, you know when you say thanks to yourself, you say thanks to me for, like, making you look.
Thanks for calling me. I'm so praise yourself.
Thanks to me from the back.
On behalf of the First Know, I'm happy to have seen a great game of football here between Drumcliffe and Eastern Harps. Unfortunately, Drumcliffe came up against a very strong Eastern Harps side today, but on a different day, we totally different result. It's great to see football back again, it's great to see spectators back in the crowd again. And without any further, I'd like to thank the officials, the stewards, Margaret Park Committee, and most importantly the two teams for a very competitive game of football. And without further ado, I'd like to call the captain, Keane Harty, to take the call on behalf of Eastern Harps. Here to say a few words now.
First of all, I'd like to thank all the players for a huge effort this year. Paid off now. I'd also like to thank all the management for training all year. Ross Donovan, Sean Dorian, Keith Carty and Rowan Higgins. Also, I thank all the parents for bringing us to all the trainings and games all year. Lastly, I'd like to thank Drumcliffe for a good game of football here. 3 cheers, Drumcliffe. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.